Alright friends, now we are moving on the while loop, which is another type of the loop. The while loop works differently from the for loop. Here we check a condition before the repetition. If the condition is true, the loop continues. If it's false, the loop stops. So let's begin by getting rid of what's on the screen. Start fresh. So I come here, I delete all. Let's define an integer variable. We will write integer e equals to 1. Okay. This means we are creating a variable named e and we are giving it an initial value of 1. So now we are ready to open our while loop. So let's do it. We write while, I open my while loop, and then you see here is condition part inside this parentheses. So I give e is less than or equals to 5, for example. So if the condition is true, the code inside the while loop runs. If e becomes greater than 5, the loop will stop automatically. This is our loop condition. So let's print this e value to the screen. I say system.out.println and then inside my parentheses I give e. So if I do that, so if I leave it like that, it will go to the infinite loop. Why? Just look at the condition. E is 1, so 1 is less than or equals to 5, it's true. So it will enter again. I will print 1 every time. It never stops. So it creates an infinite loop here. So if I run it, you will see right now. You will see it's infinite loop. It goes without stopping, as you see. So I need to stop it. I say Ctrl C. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to update the value of e because the loop right now runs forever. So at the end of the loop block, I write e++. I mean, I increase e value in every iteration. I increase one by one. First, I print 1, so I increase e value. E becomes 2. I'm checking the condition. 2 is less than or equals to 5? Yes. I print 2. I increase e value. E becomes 3. I'm checking the condition. 3 is less than or equals to 5? Yes. I print 3. I increase e value. E becomes 4. So I'm checking 4 is less than or equals to 5? Yes. I print 4. So I increase e value. 5 is less than or equals to 5? Yes. I print 5. I increase e value. 6 is less than or equals to 5? No. So while loop ends. It's so important because without changing the value of e, the condition e is less than or equals to 5 would always be true and causing an infinite loop. So that's why it's important to increment or modify the variable controlling the loop. Okay, let's run it. I come here, I say Java main.java. You see I printed from 1 to 5. Super. So we successfully repeated a block of code 5 times using the while loop. So let's try the same example with the different starting value. I come here, if I say e is equals to 10, you'll see I'm checking the condition. 10 is less than or equals to 5? No. So it will never enter to the while loop. I run again. You see nothing appears on the screen. It means first I check the condition. If the condition is true, I am entering inside the while loop. Otherwise, I cannot enter it. I mean, the while loop doesn't even start. So, what can we understand from this? In a while loop, if the condition is false at the beginning, the loop will not run even once. That's why it's very important to set your starting value and condition carefully. If we want the loop to run at least once, no matter what, then we should use a different type of loop, like a do while loop. We will see it. Great, I hope you understand this logic. It's easy, right? Super.